All right, well, now that I am back and I'm absolutely covered head to toe in mud pretty much, and literally everything I have is covered in mud. But, however, I did save two people some extreme headaches and hassles and made a good day for them, so that was good. And then I come back and I see this, and AOC, and, well, obviously you guys know my opinion on her. I think she is got a childlike altruistic mind, and good for her, but it doesn't belong in politics. But I surely hope that she gets out of politics before it destroys that lovely altruistic mind of hers. And I love the way that she thinks everything is just a simple, easy answer. It's like watching your child and you watch them play out how they're going to play out a problem, and they come up with this simple solution that's like, well, that won't work, but good for them for having that beautiful thought that, yes, the whole community and everybody just gets together and everybody just works out beautifully and nobody ever argues, and yes. You keep that mindset, AOC, but you keep that mindset out of politics, please. AOC did not like this stimulus packet that came out. She didn't like it because, well, it didn't give illegal immigrants, and there's a difference between immigrants and illegal immigrants. Immigrants have followed the proper steps. They've gone through the proper channels. They've taken the tests. They've been vetted. Illegal immigrants are undocumented. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they came from. They're here illegally. Now we have that definition. Representative AOC does not share the enthusiasm Democratic leaders show towards the stimulus bill that the Senate passed this week after extensive negotiations, claiming that the provisions will send money to individuals, claiming that the provision that will send money to individuals does not go far enough. According to the bill, non-resident aliens are not eligible for the payment, which are generally $1,200 for those who file taxes as individuals and $2,400 who file jointly. What's the problem? That's right. AOC has no concept of what money is. She doesn't realize that the money's got to come from somewhere. Yes. So let's expand this. I don't think AOC is going far enough, honestly. I think we need a bill that is going to cover the entire world. That we give $1,200 to every single person in the entire world. I think that's where we need to go. That's the next logical conclusion. That's where we have to go. Let us get in planes, and we will get tax filing paperwork leaflets, and we'll fly these planes all over the world, and we'll really piss off Greta Thunberg, and we'll just launch these leaflets with tax paperwork all over, so that way people can fill them out, and then somehow, I don't know how they're going to get them back, but, we'll figure out a way. On our bill, obviously, we will pay for the shipping of people to go over there and pick up all these tax paperwork, and we'll just file the entire world's taxes, and then everybody in the entire world, that way every single individual in the entire world is exactly equal, and then we'll be broke. That sounds like a great plan to me. To clarify, $1,200 checks are only going to some with Social Security numbers, not immigrants with tax IDs. Stop. You're lying, Ocasio-Cortez. Okay. Immigrants have a tax ID number. It counts as a Social Security number. They will get the checks. Illegal immigrants are undocumented. They don't have documents. Immigrants can get work and get on a payroll. How do you think they get on the payroll? With a tax ID or ITIN number. My mother was an immigrant. She had a green card. So, what the hell, Ocasio? You're talking about stuff you don't even know. Thanks to grand old party, these checks will be cut off the backs of tax-paying immigrants. Yeah, but tax-paying immigrants, if they're tax-paying immigrants and they're on the payroll and they're paying taxes, it's because they have documentation. If they have the documentation, then they're getting a check. They're not illegal immigrants. They're like my mother's status. Immigrants. Who get nothing. Many are essential workers who pay more taxes than Amazon. We all pay more taxes than Amazon. That's like a non-comparison. That's like saying they breathe oxygen, yeah? And we all breathe oxygen. We all pay more taxes than Amazon. God An individual tax identification number, ITINs, is, as the IRS describes, a tax processing number only available for certain non-residents and resident aliens, their spouses, and dependents who cannot get a Social Security number. This includes illegal immigrants. But if they're documented and they're on the payroll, and they're on the payroll because they have documentation and they have a number, then they're getting a check. If they're illegal and they're working under the table, then no, they shouldn't get a check. Why should they get a check? They're not citizens. That's why I'm saying the next logical conclusion, if we're not giving we're giving non-citizens checks, where does the non-citizen status end? Let's just open our borders completely and we'll do everybody's taxes. We'll pay everybody. How's that? Then everybody will be happy. Well, that is until we get hyperinflation. Despite House Speaker Nancy Pelosi praising Senate Democrats for using their leverage to obtain the party's goals with the bill, yeah, there was too much partisan shit. Why couldn't it just be a simple, non-partisan, look, all American citizens get $1,200. Done. Certain businesses that need bailouts that are essential to the infrastructure, well, we get them the money they need so that way the infrastructure doesn't die. Done. But everything's got to be complicated. Everything. Everything you sign has got to have legal, tiny, itty-bitty, get your binoculars out so you can see it typing down there of legal speak that is gobbledygook to 99.99999% of us. And you're like, I don't know, I'm just going to sign it anyways. I have no idea what this legal hereforto from now on shall be known as Party A and, well, huh? Yeah, whatever. Let's just sign my life away. That's where we're at. Despite House Speaker Nancy Pelosi praising Senate Democrats for using their leverage to obtain the party's goals with the bill, Ocasio-Cortez blamed Republicans and the Trump administration for holding those in need hostage to secure benefits for corporations. Each side was holding each side hostage. Your side was no better, AOC. Your side was no better. But you're suffering from the we versus them syndrome, where you are the hero of your own story, and that's natural, that's human nature. We all think of ourselves as the hero of our own story. And we all get that us versus them mentality, where when your side does it for a good reason. There's a good reason our side did it. Their side did it for a bad reason. And then on the other side, they have the same thing. Our side is doing it for a good reason. Their side is, they're the demons. And we can't keep operating that way. We just can't do it. What Trump and Senate Grand Old Party have done is hold hospitals, working people, and the vulnerable hostage so they could get in $500 billion. That would be leveraged into $4 trillion in corporate welfare, she said. Without the Wall Street giveaway, GOP refuses to fund hospitals and unemployment. It's inhumane. And it's also inhumane to not give us the money that we need as American citizens because, well, climate change. You wanted extra money being taxed to airlines. You wanted diversity officers incorporated into every business that had over, 15 or whatever it was, employees. You were holding us hostage because you wanted to verify certain percentages of race, sex, and religion, whatever it is, was hired. Get off your high horse. You're no better. Ocasio-Cortez's former chief of staff, not even going to try it, joined Republicans by taking a shot at Pelosi during negotiations over the bill after it came out that she wanted legislation to include language calling for new emissions standards for airlines. Not even, Chakrabarty called Pelosi's idea ridiculous. Yeah, Chakrabarty. Okay, Psychot Chakrabarty. Ridiculous, arguing now is not the time for token environmental provisions and that she should solve the problem at hand. And they all should. Neither side is any better than the other side, and each side is accusing the other side of this crap, and we're just sitting here saying, hello? Where are you? We need help. Partisan. My brain is fried, and I'm tired, and I'm dehydrated. I love you guys. You guys are worthwhile, and the news must go on. I'll see you guys on the next one.